Morning. This is my week 7 speech and memo for Columbia Southern University, EMG 6320, Case Studies in Natural Catastrophes and Man-Made Disasters. Professor Christina Spoons is my professor. All right, I'll get into it. Good morning. Thank you all for coming. For those that don't know me, my name is James Ahern. I'm a deputy chief for the city of Framingham. After last month's cyber attack on our 911 systems, today's briefing will be aimed at disaster preparedness and improved policy to help all of our responses. Please hold any questions until the end of the briefing. There'll be plenty of times for answers. All right, let's begin. Today's complicated world, there is a chance for almost anything to occur when it comes to large-scale events or disasters. From small towns to large cities and everything in between, we've seen it over and over again. The days of saying it'll never happen to me, or chances are it'll never happen here, are over. In recent years, Framingham has experienced hurricanes, floods, cyber attacks, and a heck of a lot more. With the Boston Marathon running directly through the center of our city, we have an increased chance for a terrorist attack, as we saw with the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing. Our policies and training don't cover all of this. They are outdated and aren't based on real-world threats. There is a need to evolve with the times and get caught unprepared. The good news is there are a multitude of improvements that we can do right now, many of them simple, at no increased cost to the taxpayer. Starting with awareness. Knowing that there are threats that could involve our city is a good starting point for all of us. State and federal government have already given us many of the tools needed to start preparing. This includes online courses and training for civilians, non-governmental organizations, and first responders. It also includes updating our mutual aid compacts and partnerships with non-governmental organizations. Next would be updating the basics, our policies and procedures, and working towards a unified solution that includes both governmental and non-governmental organizations. Part of the problem in the past was that each organization worked independently of one another when it came to training, policies, and basic communications. This created duplication of effort and wasted valuable resources and time. For us to be prepared, this needs to be stopped. I'm not saying that we need to hide in our basements and start stockpiling supplies, though this might be the case during a hurricane or a tornado. I'm saying that we need to be more organized and work under the same policies and principles to enhance our security. Much of this can be done through incorporating the principles of the National Incident Management System, also known as NIMS. We're all in this together. Many of the private organizations right here in Framingham have offered to be part of our training for real-world events, and many have resources that would definitely come in useful during a disaster. Yet we almost always refuse their help and input. It would be nice to wave a magic wand and say that local fire and police departments could handle any type of incident. But with ever-shrinking budgets and more call volume, this is not the case. This is why most of our specialty teams have regionalized here in Massachusetts. No one city or town can absorb the financial strain or burden to fund every dive, tech, or hazmat team. This makes it more important today than ever to create a policy and procedure that can improve training and communication between different organizations and improve our collaboration when it comes to major responses. The direct actions needed: improve our policy and procedures and incorporate NIMS philosophies. Ensure that all stakeholders involved in our community understand what is necessary to be successful at a large-scale response and improve communications between them. Create more partnerships between governmental and non-governmental organizations, and improve training between all levels. To summarize, all stakeholders need to be aware of the possibility of an event happening right here in our own city. Then we need to improve our training along with communications. The need is the same at any incident, at least to be successful. We need a coordinated and efficient response due to updated policy and training through all stakeholders. I have added my own contact information along with some governmental and non-governmental training opportunities offered through organizations such as FEMA, MEMA, and the Red Cross right here. Thank you all for coming. I'll answer any questions now.